We're in Blue Spring State Park, and this time of year they have manatees coming through. We have to like time this out perfectly though, because we're north of Orlando. We're like over an hour north of Orlando right now to see the manatees, and then in a couple hours we have an airboat tour to go see gators, and that's south of Orlando. So we have to.
It's going to be a rush, but we're going to have a good time. We're going to see some manatees.
It's not going to be a
gators.
rush, but we have to be efficient.
We're going to be smart about it.
Yeah.
We're going to be responsible adults and go see all the manatees and the gators today.
That's so responsible.
So come along for the ride. And
why do you do crazy eyes every time? They don't want your crazy eyes. But join us. We'll have a fun day.
All right, you guys are all set.
Thanks, man.
Did you see the sign? Today's manatee count was 77. That's a lot of manatees, Adam. Oh, look at the swamp behind us. It's swampy season.
We're just north of Orlando. We went and checked out the biggest McDonald's in America, or in the world actually, last night.
In the whole
and
world.
had some McPizza. So we're super tired today.
Point being, we were out late, we were up late, and we were supposed to come here early, and we did not. It took about 20 minutes to get into the park, but the line was definitely building up behind us, so I think we got off a little bit lucky. Okay, so I'm pretty bummed out because I've seen a couple of dogs since we've been here, and they don't appear to be service animal dogs. So I'm pretty bummed out because I read online that dogs were not allowed in the state park. So we didn't bring Blue and Delilah, but it looks like they could have come. If it is a rule, it's clearly not enforced. Like,
dogs not being allowed in it, national and state
parks. There's a lot of national and state parks that don't allow dogs, and I swear it said online that they weren't allowed, but I've literally seen 3 dogs on leash since we've got here. So that's really a bummer that they could have come with us to see the sea cows, but I guess, oh well.
Next time.
Yeah, next time that we come to see the manatees in Florida this time of year. Yeah, there's another dog. Oh, so sad.
I feel like we're in the Amazon right now.
It looks like it. It's kind of crazy how quickly it just turns into nature again.
We're definitely in the jungle.
That's the cool thing about state parks, though, is they preserve all this stuff that literally 5 minutes outside of this area is not wildlife.
West Indian manatee. Crossing the bridge, crossing the bridge.
So I've seen even more dogs. So I don't know. If you read something online that says dogs aren't allowed, I don't think I would buy it, because according to my field research, they appear to be very allowed. This walk is so pretty.
I know I am.
Okay. No, but it really is just beautiful. Like, even like without the manatees.
It's like a really good temperature out too.
Yeah, it's a really nice day. So there is a sign saying that there are no pets allowed on the boardwalks, which is all of the viewing points for the manatees. However, I've still seen a lot of dogs on the boardwalks, so I don't know. It's just like, you know, when we were in Yellowstone, there was technically no dogs allowed in a lot of the areas, but it ended up being that they just didn't really enforce it, so I don't know. This place is gorgeous, and there's a lot of fun activities that you can do, and it sounds like the area that they're in right now is actually usually open for swimming and snorkeling, and I think possibly even scuba diving. Basically, just go to the website before you come here. You can read what all the activities are and if they're available at that time of year, and we'll go ahead and link the website that you can go to in our description below, and you might even see some gators here. It does happen. Check it out. I think we're almost to the water. I'm really excited. I'm gonna see some manatees. The water looks really clear.
They're right there. Yeah, look down the stairs.
I don't see any manatees. They might not be in this area right this moment.
I think this is just a water entry point, so let's keep going.
Is there other ways to go?
We can keep walking.
Alright, so we're at another viewpoint. No manatees so far, so we're gonna keep walking. Hopefully we can find them. So we definitely saw some long-nosed gar, I think is what they were called.
I wasn't paying attention.
I looked at the sign and I was curious because I thought those fish looked really cool and there was quite a few of them here.
The water is like so pristine. It's beautiful. Yeah. Like it's like 50 degrees out and all it makes me want to do is go swimming.
Well, I think point being is even if you're here in the Orlando area and it's not the manatee season, this would still be an amazing place to come. There's still really cool fish and wildlife here and just beautiful water, beautiful scenic area. So honestly, Blue Spring State Park, I don't think you could go wrong if you showed up here.
And it's $6 per car.
All right, so we did find one manatee. And in true manatee fashion, he's not doing a whole lot. It's like so hard to see.
Yeah, I see the little box.
Do you see like the string and then his tail?
Yeah, I do see that. It's like a little tractor thing. We're gonna keep walking and see if we can find any more.
But still worth it, at least for me, because I love manatees. Not here. That is a manatee right there. Manatee. Being a sea cow, doing these sea cow activities. Oh, but he's coming towards us. Let me show you. Look at him.
That's so cool.
They're so
Come above water. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think we just found the answer to what the heck this is. I don't know, it doesn't say, but...
Just scan for more info.
Oh, maybe it's an injured manatee.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh.
So they're keeping track.
So they're tracking the injured guys. Oh, that makes me sad now that that little guy over in that area was injured. Oh no, how sad. Oh,
Seems like they got it unlocked.
Why is he all alone? He just goes...
He's just a grump right now.
I hope he's just grumpy and not sad. Oh no, that makes me sad. The little manatee with the little like arm wrap. Oh, not that they actually wear those, but...
They might.
No, they don't. Oh, that's sad. We found the manatees.
Found all the manatees.
You can see them eating. Their little heads moving. Look at him eating. Little squishy head. So we found the manatees, and honestly we got here before it got like super crowded. So we're gonna leave now and let some other people look at the manatees.
Really rewarding, really worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
And you definitely gotta check out like all of the viewpoints, because even though they were all like crowded near this one viewpoint, it was honestly really cool going to some of the other viewpoints where there weren't as many people and then just seeing one like kind of go by.
Well, and we saw manatees at all but one of the viewpoints, so
yeah,
check them out. You don't know where they are.
Well, I'm just saying it's like a different experience than seeing like a herd of them, right? Like I don't know what you call them. I guess I'm gonna call them a herd, but
pack of manatees.
Yeah. The pack makes them sound aggressive, and they're like probably the least aggressive animal on the planet, other than like a snail. I think a snail might be more aggressive than a manatee. Anyway, point being, like I think my favorite part honestly was the one that we saw just swim by at that one boardwalk where there was really not that many people. It was just one manatee and he just kind of moseyed on by. I think definitely worth it to check out some of those areas, and I definitely think worth it to come early before everyone is here. It kind of gets a little hectic and crazy with everybody showing up. Now we're off to go see a different kind of creature that is not so common.
Gators.
We're gonna see Gator.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. That moss hanging from all the trees, pretty crazy cool looking. Getting swampy.
You can tell because the houses are getting put up on stilts.
Alright, so we're here. I'm not sure how much we're gonna be able to like talk to the camera and vlog, mostly just because like on the airboat I assume it's gonna be a little more noisy and stuff. But if we're not able to do that, we'll still get some cool shots of any gators that we see for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned. Well, they said it's a little cold today, so we might not see any. It's definitely possible. He said the last tour they only saw 2. So we don't take too much to impress though. If we,
I'll settle for 2.
If
I'll settle for 1.
If we see 1, we'll be excited, but you know, nature is nature, so.
Oh, you wait to see how cool it's gonna be when we get going.
Oh, I can't wait.
Everybody wants to know how much water we need to run the boat. Told you it was a nature tour. Look at this bird over here. The bird we're looking at is an inhanga. The inhanga is a diving bird, and it eats fish. Now, if you look real close at it, that bird has feathers on its wings and feathers on its tail. The rest of the body is fur. It's a feather, but it feels like fur. It's the only bird that I know that can't swim on top of the water. Turkeys, chickens, robins, you throw them in the water, they'll swim away. It was laying there before. That was an alligator. We'll just keep looking. That's a snail kite. Every snail kite in North America lives within 50 miles of where we sit. There's about 400 of them. They don't live anywhere else in the United States, anywhere until you get to South America. About 10 years ago, the hurricanes came through and devastated the whole population of them.
Okay, well, we just went on our Gator airboat tour, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. My eyes when we were driving on the boat, were your eyes like drying out like epically? Like I was wearing glasses, so it helped, but like sometimes the wind would catch them, and I was like, man, my eyelids are like, I was just like imagining like a cartoon of my eyelids just like me.
We had a blast we saw a couple of alligators actually.
Yeah, and that was like worst case scenario, and we still saw 2, which I would say as somebody who doesn't live in Florida and doesn't see alligators literally ever, I was still super impressed. Obviously, I know they are comparing it to like, basically it sounds like, you know, those like 70-degree temperature days are really where it's at least in this area where they're out.
Or at least when the sun is out.
Alas, we had no luck. We did see one 7 to 8 foot gator, but he kind of like swam under the water really quickly before we could get a good shot of him. And then there was a tiny guy that was still probably about a 3 foot gator that we got a good shot of his little face sticking out of the water, but obviously he didn't want to come out either. And just a lot of really amazing wildlife. The guy had a lot of information about all the birds and the wildlife that we saw. I don't want to butcher it. So
Google it yourself.
yeah, it was so much fun. The manatees, the gators, everything today was super fun. You cannot go wrong with some nature exploring out in Florida is definitely the motto of today's adventure.
Yeah, and with just a little bit warmer temperatures, it seems like you'd have a lot more luck than us. But we had a blast. The boat tour alone made the trip worth it. But we appreciate you guys sticking through to the end and watching this video with us. And as always,
Thanks for traveling with us.
thanks. Have a good week,
Bye,
guys.
guys.